My event was the Permian-Triassic Extinction. This extinction happened about 250 million years ago and is also known as the Great Dying. The extinction is believed to have been caused by the formation of Pangea, which disturbed the circulation of seawater, making the ocean stagnant. This depleted the oxygen in the water, and caused high concentrations of dissolved carbon dioxide to sink to the bottom and created conditions on the ocean floor similar to a bog. The anoxic waters would have then spilled onto the continental shelves. This, being toxic to marine life, would poison the life in the oceans. Ninety to 96% of the planet's marine species were lost, and 70% of the land's reptile, amphibian, insect, and plant species went extinct. Trilobites, tabulate and rugose corals, rhinocanaliform, brachiopods, crinoids, shelled cephalopods, and snails either went completely extinct or suffered significant losses. Reef building in shallow seas stopped for about 14 million years. On land, relatives of mammals disappeared. This shows the amount of marine animals that were severely affected by mass extinction events. And you can see that major mass extinction occurs at this level. And so this is even higher than major mass extinction. This was a huge mass extinction. And you can see how many species were lost during this time. And you can see this sharp decline from the Permian to the Triassic period. And this is around when the extinction occurred. The warming of the Earth's climate and associated changes to oceans were most likely the causes of the extinction. So this shows all of these down here are all species that went extinct during this time. It was mostly marine species. Like I said, 90 to 96% of the marine species went extinct during this time. And large amounts of heat were created during this time from volcanic eruptions that were happening on the surface of the Earth, and this caused warming, and oxygen loss was due to stagnant ocean waters. They were not able to get oxygen in the water, so it deoxygenated the water, and therefore there was more dissolved carbon dioxide and created toxic conditions in the ocean. There were huge outpourings of volcanic basalt rock in what is now Siberia, which added to high amounts of heat, carbon dioxide, and sulfur dioxide to the surface of the Earth and the atmosphere. The carbon dioxide would have trapped heat in the atmosphere, and the resulting greenhouse gas effect would generate a long warming trend. Lava flowed onto carbon-rich rocks like coal as they heated, and this produced greenhouse gases and methane. These climatic changes completely changed weather patterns across the globe. So places that normally experienced dry climate were now experiencing wetter conditions, and regions that normally experienced wetter conditions were now experiencing drier conditions due to this global warming effect. And so this up here, which is now what we call Siberia, so this is where the volcanic eruptions were happening. And scientists have discovered deposits of nickel in rocks, and they found this as evidence for the volcanic eruptions. So this nickel was actually spread into rocks and fossils that they found worldwide. So they found these deposits of nickel globally. So this indicated to them that these eruptions that occurred affected the globe. So these eruptions were so massive and so devastating that there was volcanic ash in the atmosphere for a long period of time, and there was lots of it. So it was able to travel across the entire globe. So it actually took many years for um, these ecosystem devastation to recover. Um, Reef building in shallow seas stopped for about 14 million years, and on land, relatives of mammals completely disappeared. And many scientists have confirmed that the warming of the Earth's climate and associated changes to the oceans were the cause of this extinction.